Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Talk You Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, which can be spotted. Could need a little Windex, honey, or just like some sort of natural, non-toxic cleaner that doesn't work as well as Windex but smells better, but like leaves streaks. But at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Hi. Anyway, guess what we're talking about? 90 Day Single Life, Season 4, Episode 3. This is called Debbie Tells a Lie. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
said a bad thing. I was wrong. Julian, anyway. So let's start with her. So her and Julian, honey, are on the case, like they're staking out the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish there was a buddy cop comedy with her and her son. I would like all we would have to do is like either like pretend that she went and passed the police force, which I would love to see that in some sort of like 90s comedy way. Or she could be one of those psychics that
Mm-hmm.
like leads
Me.
the police to find the things,
Mm-hmm.
like the dead body or the
Mm-hmm.
child's bear or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And so either way, it's two differing personalities, but what comedy ensues when you put them together, especially with some hijinks. And that's definitely them. Julian's like, I'm over you being anywhere out of the house and you're not to meet anyone again. She's like, well, that's great because Julian, I'm online dating.
Yeah,
And he's like,
she like backs it up on the car, and then he's like, just get in the car. So they get in, and then she's like, can I be the official? And he's like, you could officially put that down. Julian's coming over to take me to grocery shopping, and so I get the feeling that she doesn't drive anymore. She's in a lot of Ubers, and then Julian comes over to take her shopping. So
you're astute.
yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah.
astute.
So they're in the car
By the way, what a
together.
queen. I
Yes, I
can't wait
mean,
for that
she's
to be.
fabulous.
Yeah.
She is fabulous. That is a fabulous mother. I can only imagine that she was very doting as a mother. And so now Julian is just like, that's his mother. He's going to take care of her. And so she's like, Julian. And they're in the car together. And she's like, well, Julian, what's that smell back there? Hey, what's going on back there? He's like, well, someone did soil themselves in the back. And she's like, oh. So I'm online dating. And he's like, oh God. And she's like, no, no, no. He's like, give me his name, birth date, and social security number. And she's like, oh no way, mister. Or whatever she says in her cute little manner. And then they have a little conversation. And I'm just sad we don't get to see footage of them shopping. I could just only imagine what that is, where she's like, hello, Mr. Cabbage. Would you like to come home with me? Hey, Miss Banana. You look good. Come on in, jump in my basket.
I wonder what her favorite foods are. Like, does she eat a lot of applesauce? Like, I have to think there's some like older comfort foods, like like Chef Boyardee or Rice-A-Roni. Is she a Rice-A-Roni girl?
Chef Boyardee. Don't do that to Miss Debbie.
Honey, I give her highs and lows. She can do it all. But basically, we get to see her on a date. But before we get to that, we have her scene with a bestie, and I'll tell you, this girl comes over to help Miss Debbie, and Miss Debbie has a halo effect because this lady came on TV, honey, and didn't change a thing for it. She was like, I rolled out of bed like I always do, and sometimes I go to Debbie's house after I roll out of bed, and that's where I'm going today,
Yeah.
And so she comes over. Debbie's like, let's play dress up. So then Miss Debbie just goes and tries on every outfit, and this woman's like, that one's great. Oh, this one even better than before. Oh my God, a brand new great outfit. How can you top the first? Oh my God, it's a never-ending clown car of the most amazing, beautiful outfits I've ever seen. And Miss Debbie is putting on quite a show, honey. It is Naomi Campbell in a certain kind of way. But it's also certain something else to it too. She finally decides to land on some silver Doc Martens, and I am going to say that those are some very timely shoes. It's 90s chic. It's she did it. She did those shoes.
Yeah.
And it's a good choice for her when
I wanted
we
a
decide where
bedroom
she
tour.
goes.
I wanted a bedroom tour. I cannot
Knick
wait.
knack paddywhack. Yeah, I want to. Like, I need a guided tour through her knick knack paddywhacks. You know.
Yeah, I cannot wait to be at the age where I can dress as fabulous as Miss Debbie. I mean, I could do it now, but then I would be eccentric, and I can't. I'm not ready to be the eccentric person yet. She has a collection of just clothing that fits her personality, just jewelry, and I mean, even going to the grocery store was fabulous. She just went to the grocery store and she had those cat eye, thick rimmed sunglasses and that purse and that coat. And she didn't want and she I mean and the outfit that she went on a date with was just so demure compared to it.
Yeah, that was her being like, I don't want to scare him. I will tell you this right now that she's going to make me try pillow curlers more. You know, like, I
Mhm.
think that pillow curlers are the way. So she goes on a date with a guy. Now we see the guy, and that guy looks like he is. Yeah, that guy looks like he is like 57, right? 50. She he looks like this. Yeah, maybe he looks like the age that she said that she was. And she's in fact 67. That's in fact the lie,
Mhm.
Wahama, of the
Mhm.
episode that this is titled after, just so
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. It is the lie, but I don't think that they look so far different in age.
Okay. He,
Oof. Oof,
so
okay.
anyway, they are doing this thing, honey. They're mini golfing, and she is charming him with his personality and charming him with her personality. His personality is neither here nor there. They get to the like after drink area, and then
No,
this is where
likens one of the monsters to Oshama,
she looks like my ex.
and it's this, like, bug-eyed, toothless shi
Horror. She's not wrong.
ogre.
She calls him like she sees him.
And it I haven't laughed out loud in a 90-day episode, in a long time, and I laughed out loud.
She is a naturally funny, gifted comedic person. She's better than other people, like, in the franchise that we see a lot of. Like,
Mhm.
give me her over Tim,
Yeah.
like,
Who
but
is
with her,
not even in on this show,
and we have so
yet we
much of
have a
him.
whole segment. I don't wanna talk about him. Veronica is who is on this show.
And I didn't want to talk about her.
Yeah. So, are we gonna talk about it?
In some ways, I think we should, because there's only like, this is a very short. It'll be like, I think so. So a little bit. We have to touch on it. So anyway, having said that, this is where she shoots herself in the foot, despite the fact that she's wearing a Doc Marten, because she's like, I told a lie. And the lie is, I'm 10 years older. I'm not 57. I'm 67.
Mhm.
And then he's like,
That's okay.
yeah.
But he's
And
60, so it's not that bad.
then she's like, but that's not it. So when I said my ex, the one that I said looked like that monster, uh, don't get mad at me. Don't think I'm bad. Make sure you don't. Here it comes. He was 24, and then that guy is like, ooh, it's a lot of intense things, one right after another. Didn't, like, and you got to ease people into it. Like, she didn't have to say the thing about Osama. I'll be honest, even though you laughed at her joke, if you're listening, Deb, don't bring up your ex. Don't bring up Osama. Like, we don't, not on a first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the good thing is to start off on a good foot, so you don't feel anxious by letting them know what age you are, or just saying a lady never tells her age, or pick one of the sites you don't have to say, and just, have pictures on that are beautiful and new and recent. And the second thing is, don't ever bring up Osama. You don't have to tell them that you dated anyone. A guy won't tell you shit in a heterosexual way, like, about their relationship, unless you ask them certain ones. Of course, you have whiny ones that will tell you every, like, sad thing that ever happened to them. And then you're just like the driest person downstairs. You're like, oh my God, please, dear God. But like, the healthy mix is having people who will give you information about them that makes them vulnerable to you in the time and space that it takes them to feel comfortable with you. And that's the relationship. You can't do it too far, too soon. You can't do it, not never, because then you just don't have a connection. Oh, okay, moving on. And she deserves love. So, having said that, like, the way that she kind of is like, do you want to see us again, he doesn't say sure in a way that makes me feel like he deserves to see her again.
I
Be-
think that
what?
he is silly for not
Hmm.
wanting to see her again. And I think that, you know, she has a whole ass camera crew with her. So the fact that she has graced him with her presence,
Mm.
he should feel she's being benevolent. One. Two, I don't think that her past is that sordid. Yeah, he was 24, but he was also a Moroccan. And so she went to Morocco on a journey. It's not like, you know, he was, I don't know.
Why?
I don't
But
think
yeah, why is this
I
like
don't
how
think
do?
he judged her. I don't think he should have judged her as harshly.
Yeah,
As
but why give him the option? Well, that's what I'm saying. She should have just never said it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. I get it. But like, producers probably told her to say it. She shouldn't have said it. She
She
shouldn't have
should have
said it.
said it.
She
She
shouldn't
shouldn't have
have
said it.
said it.
I know, but it's
Um,
like I mean, she's a naturally gifted comedic person. She can talk about anything and make it interesting. She should have asked him things or makes him do something else or get her a little drunk or get him a little drunk. Why don't you like take him somewhere like I would love to see her at a burlesque show. Would you ever go to a burlesque show?
but
What?
they're old.
There is a okay. Where'd I
They're
go? Is it
old.
she's
They're
not old. Old is age is just a number. How dare you do that to Miss Debbie? She's not old. Age is just a number.
no,
Not our.
they're old. They're
No,
old.
she's
What is
not.
it? No,
No,
Chris. No,
no,
no.
she's not.
Chris,
Listen,
no.
67
She's
nowadays is
old.
like
No, they're old.
36.
It is not. How dare
It
you?
is.
Every 36-year-old out there is angry at you right now, and
Would
they
be
should be.
happy to look like Miss Debbie.
No, no.
To have 1 ounce of, to have one of those hair clips. If only they had that one hair clip. I actually do have you know how there's a gold hair clip on this side and
Uh-huh.
there's like a black hair clip on that
No,
side?
no, that black hair clip is not on this side, Chris. The black hair clip is right here.
They're different sides, but yes, I see your side. The gold one I own. And it's the loosiest, goosiest hair clip ever. It's like it like doesn't, it's the kind it can't really held anything. It's the kind of hair clip that like would
Oh,
pick
that's
up.
why she has two? She
Yeah,
has two
where you
hair
pick up
clips because that
a
other one
stuffed
is just
animal and one of
ornamental.
those things that just
Just
falls out,
ornamental.
yeah, no, I mean she got it at a CVS. So let's just move on. So who do you want to talk about
How
next?
dare him? How dare him? So yeah, she gets in the cab and goes home.
Oh,
The end. Who
sorry.
do we
Yeah.
want to talk about next? Single life. Let's talk about Chantel. So Chantel. So they are up the next morning. She is wearing some very cheeky shorts, which obviously she looks great and good for her in them cheeks. She is walking to the beautiful ass pool slash sauna slash beach. It's just so beautiful. Gosh, should I go to Greece? Yes. The answer is yes. To meet with her loud friends, and she has to tell them now that she's been invited 4 hours away to a different part of the island to be with the footballer's hometown and his friends. And so her friends are like, we didn't come here to like go 4 hours away. And she's like, I'll be here for a week. We got invited to another part of the island. We would be remiss to not make the most of this and never, coming back. So like, why wouldn't I do this? And so she convinces them to go. And they've, after much prodding,
It's also
they
like, okay, bitches, you all came here because your bitch Chantel is on TV and had a free Grecian vacation. That's why you're here. So whatever she wants to do is what's happening. And then as I was watching this, I was like, she said this early on. I think all of them are not really her friends. I don't think she has friends. I think they're all her different beauty technician people. So she's like, great. I'm going to go on Single Life, get a free Grecian vacation, get the producers pay for it. I'll look fabulous every scene. I'll bring guy that does my hair or guy that does my makeup, girl that does my hair, someone else that does who else knows. And that's what I'll have like a permanent beauty team just to travel with me to Greece. That's what I feels like it happened for her.
I think that the Latina is her friend. I've seen her. She was
Okay.
in her wedding, I believe. But yeah, those other two people we saw obviously now in the van are people who one does her hair and one does her makeup.
Yeah, that's why they're there.
Yeah. So she then convinces them and they pack all of their worldly goods. And so now we realize that they're going to stay, apparently. So
That was weird, right?
yeah, they're going to stay. So off they go. And as they get there, she gets a text from him and he's like, meet me at 7 p.m. And so and then the driver is like, okay, it's 5:30. It's gonna take us an hour to get to the hotel. So you have to get ready now. The friends are like, oh my God, we have to get you ready now. So another friend like jumps in the back and roots through the luggage like a fucking, I don't know, jewel thief.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
the other ones get her ready. They cover the camera because her tuchus is out, and she puts on an outfit and they do her makeup. And we see a clip from next week's episode, and her makeup looks fucking crazy, and her
I
hair looks terrible.
I
And it's
could
like
not believe it.
you should have just kept on. You at least your hair should have just been stayed the same.
She had better makeup on before they changed. I thought she had a better outfit on before they changed. Half of me is like, "Wait, why can't you just be like, oh, cool, I'll meet you at 8. I gotta stop by the hotel first."
Yeah.
Half of like, like, take a moment for yourself, be like, "Oh, I can't be there at 7. It's 5:30, I'm an hour away, so guess what? Be there at 8," But no, that's what happens. Yeah, she looks crazy. Um, that guy did her a whole ass fool. And her
Yeah.
pink Barbie dress, like, here's the thing. It is very obvious that this is happening like in the time of Barbie being the movie, like where everyone was wearing pink and everyone was saying hi Barbie. Like no one even does that anymore. It's like January 2024. We're over it. In Barbie is still like in the awards circuit, but pop culture has just like thusly move on. We're not wearing the hot pink all the time now, like in January the color was like cherry red. Anyway, good
It's
call.
yeah, it was so like crazy. And I'm like, you this is not the move. This was not the move at all to do.
Mm-mm.
It was just weird, and yeah, it wasn't the move. So that's basically their scene.
Yeah. Let's move on
Moving
to the
on.
person that you don't want to talk to, Tim. So I'll just get this over with. Tim is cocaine with the hot Latina girl
Playing croquette.
playing croquette. You can only wear white, just like a bala. When you do that, it's like that's something that's a cultural thing. I didn't know that. You can now know that in your mind. Now this part is what we're supposed to believe that this woman, this hot ass woman with thick thighs, and again, they're saving lives. They're like on, like they're on screen. She's super gorgeous. She has like perfect bone structure. She's like, oh, I'm so happy because Tim is so handsome and those beautiful green eyes. Oh, I just want to kiss him. I just want to like be with him. And then meanwhile, he's like, I find Latina women so great. They're just a little more feminine. Meanwhile, like she offers to kiss him, and this man is like, no, I can't. I'm gonna just move slow. I'm a slow southerner. He's like, he's also allegedly, says Chris Farah, on the same sleepy medication that Jen from Jen and Rishi is on. Sometimes a blink will like take a full 1.7 seconds for him. Like where you like, oh, it's coming down, it's going up. You're like, oh shit, like it's just a slow blink, like what? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it's so true.
Because it's like, which is fine. I mean, I want to like, like pill shame or whatever, but it's just a lot for me to take in that this woman is like, oh, I just want him so bad. I just wish he could like, like kiss me. And he's like, I need to slow down, even though I'm so attracted to you. And she's like, oh, I just wish that he would find me an inch of attractive and would desire me as much as I do him with his hot green eyes. Meanwhile, you can't even see them. His blinks happens, are turning into like literal comatose. And so I just like, I don't believe it. I don't get it. Like, I know that he's rich. I wish that we could talk more about how rich he is to make any of this. How does she know that he's rich? Or is she just like, and also those beautiful green eyes on TV? Like, I wish I would just know something because just to have to swallow this and be like, is this what's happening is hard.
He's like, I like you, Louisa. I can't even do his accent. I have to listen to him more, but I hate it. And I don't hate him, but I just don't find
Oh,
him
yeah.
interesting at all.
Yeah, same. I don't, all this venom to be like, totally fine, Tim. Like, God bless you and your personhood, but like your pussinhood. But like, I just don't necessarily to see it on TV season after season on all of the Jaggernuts. And that's not your fault, by the way. Take the money and run.
Jaggernuts? What are Jaggernuts?
Um,
Jaggernauts?
Neither, yeah.
Okay.
Good call. She's like so happy to call me out. Touche. So, but basically, yeah, like I just like don't need you on all of the different issues of the juggernaut that is 90 days, so that
Yeah, he
you,
finds himself
I.
everywhere. The other
And the
way.
sharks are doing it. The tell-alls. I mean, I can't believe how he's just basically he's on the tell-all as consistently as fucking Sean Robinson now, and it's like
Yes.
I still like what
Why?
horrible choices. I don't even get it. Make one good choice for one entertainment person to be reoccurring on a tell-all that isn't Sean goddamn Robinson or Tim. And you know, Kenny had done a couple of good work in his last scene, so I won't give it to him. But like
why?
the Shekinah work and the work
I
that he did with
miss
Kimberly, where
Shekinah and Sarper.
he was like, Kimberly, you're a fucking entitled goddamn mess. And he looked at Shekinah and was like, just so you know, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so
Don't you miss Sarper and Shekinah? I
yeah,
do.
I would, yeah,
I
because
miss them so much.
I
They
know.
just like brought so much interesting like content to the 90-day space that I'm just like, what are they doing? What's Shekinah and Sarper doing?
You're right. Okay, Natalie and Johnny Sparkles left.
Natalie. So
Did I mention that there was no Tyree? I just can't believe there's no Tyree. How dare you? How dare you end on like Tyree's first date, which was not a date because no one showed up, and then not gonna even talk about it? This entire episode feels like a pink elephant in the room. White elephant in the room?
it's
Is
just
it a
an
white
elephant.
elephant?
No, it's just an
Elephant in the
elephant.
room?
Yeah.
It's got colors? There's a white elephant party. There's a I
Yeah.
don't know what the you're
There's
right.
not
I
a
don't
pink
know.
elephant. It's not at all. There's pink eye, and then there's just a white elephant. Then there's an
I don't
elephant
know
in
what
the
I
room.
meant.
So
But
yeah,
basically, like, I can't believe we're not talking about it. Like, I want to scream at the TV, like, where's fucking Tyree, bitch? Not 1 second. Hello, it's
so wait a
Tyree.
minute. I have a question. Did
What?
Natalie and her mother move into the very same apartment we saw?
Okay.
Or is it a different one? Because
okay,
I didn't know that apartment had a beach view. That looked like a regular ass bungalow off of a main street. Not a fucking bungalow that had a beach view.
This part is very confusing. I'll tell you why. I swear to God, they were like, we're looking at apartments where Josh lives. Josh lives in Santa Monica. This is what they tell us. They say, this house you'll like. It's in a good neighborhood and it's close to the beach. They had said that for the house that we saw that was $2,100. And what they said was Santa Monica, which was where Josh lives.
Yes.
Even though when Josh takes her roller skating, I knew that place was where in the LB fucking C. Why?
Yeah.
There's no roller skating places in LA that I don't know. There's just not that many. There's so anyway, so now we pick up, and of course there was a conversation about whether he'd be the guarantor of her lease.
Yeah.
Now we pick up and Josh is like, I fucking saved the day. Josh came in being Josh. And guess what Josh did? Put extra money for the down payment so you don't have to be her guarantor. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, Josh. And he's like, yeah, you'll love this place. It's by the beach. I'm like, yeah. And, you know, it's a good neighborhood. She's like, Josh, it's so great. I'm so happy to live in Long Beach. And I was like, wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I knew you were in Long Beach, but I just assumed that you just kept going there for some horrible reason. Why, bitch, did you say that this was Santa Monica? Did she not know? I don't know. Does she know? Does she think that Long Beach and Santa Monica are like, right? Santa Monica exists, and then Venice exists, and then Playa. I mean, there's Marina del Rey, Playa, and then we go like a whole bunch of fucking cities. Hermosa, Manhattan, Seal. We have to go all the way down. You know, it's like then. I mean, no, then Long Beach and Seal. But wait, Long Beach is not close. It's not even Los Angeles. So it's like I still don't understand.
So excited about being in Orange County. You know, he probably
it's not Orange County.
Long Beach.
Well, it's kind of both. You're right. Yeah, I guess it's Orange County.
It's 100% Orange County, isn't it?
Oh, I think they're weird. Let's look it up.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, you look it up. So basically she's like, so happy that Josh saved the day. And I was like, oh, did he also get you a job yet? Are you working at you know, Auto Zone? You know, you know,
it's Los Angeles.
Okay.
Long Beach is a city in Los Angeles, California.
Then I was wrong. It technically is Los Angeles, but any Los Angeles person would tell you Long Beach is not in LA. But that's just because
yes, it's not. It's its own city.
Yeah, that's
not in LA.
But basically, you know, and she's like, but Josh, it would be nice if I had 2-bedroom. He's like, well, let's work our way up there. You know,
Seal Beach, Orange County.
Yeah, because Seal Beach is south of.
Then it's the cusp. Yeah.
Yep. So, so then they're in this apartment, and then Natalie's mom is like, you know who I would love to have in this apartment? A very tall man. Guess who? My tall man who come from the north. Let's get a
Yes.
visit from the tall man in the north. She's like, Jesus,
Yes.
God? No, it's Paul
Yes.
Bunyan slash Mike, Natalie, like I
Yes.
love the fact that Natalie's mom would like stand Mike for the rest of her fucking life. I mean, she's just like,
Yes.
the man not only like in her mind, Josh didn't even come to the airport to get her, and in her mind, Mike came to their country. And
Yes.
like, so anyway, so I just love it so much.
I love it too because Mike, I mean, it's just like I want Natalie to take her to Squim to meet Sissy Mike, or I want Mike to come down and just take the mother out to dinner or something. I just want her to see Mike. I know that
if
she doesn't have that opportunity anymore because Natalie fucked it up, but Natalie is not going to get what she wants from Josh. Natalie is just trying to position herself in a way to get Josh to do the things that Mike couldn't and wouldn't. But Mike is the one who proposed to her in Paris. Mike is the one who brought her to America. Mike is the one who paid for her and put money in her account when she was living on the lam in Florida. Like, Natalie is so ridiculous. I mean, we know that she's ridiculous, but like when we really think about what she did to Mike, it's crazy. And the mother is the only person who really sees that at the end of the day, Mike is the one who like it doesn't look the way that Natalie wants him to look. He doesn't act the way that Natalie wants him to act. He doesn't eat the way that Natalie wants him to eat. But like Mike is the one that's good for her.
Yeah, Natalie wants better for her though. She wants to marry up, and she didn't feel like she married up with Mike. She felt like she was marrying beneath her, and because she has designs to be whatever. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Wahama, that if she ever brought her mother to Squim and to see Mike, then she would absolutely be coming back with one less mother, and Mike would have one more roommate with his crazy uncle or whatever. And that's
Yeah.
exactly, she would dump her mom in Squim. And at the same time, could you imagine a scene with Trish and her mom?
Trish lives in
Trish,
Oklahoma though.
I'm just saying, could you imagine like a
No,
sit
I
down?
couldn't. I couldn't imagine a
Right.
sit down because
The
Trish is
hair of Trish versus the hair of Natalie's mom. One other
yeah.
thing about Natalie that you can't ever like forgive her about is that like at some point you're like, Natalie, you know what? This is now she's in America and she's living with you. She's living with you. You guys are sharing a bathroom. So why the hell is your mom's hair looking like that?
Yeah. Get her a
Why the
wig.
hell are you not taking her? Why the hell? What a billion things. Get some fucking Debbie ass goddamn sponge
Mhm.
rollers.
Mhm.
Set them for her with a little spray when they're wet. Let them
Mhm.
come out and like give her
Mhm.
something. Take her
Mhm.
to Dry Bar.
Mhm.
Like, how
Mhm.
dare you get all your cheap ass extensions and
Extensions.
not get? I mean,
Mhm.
ask. Listen, your lover boy Josh to get a Dyson Airwrap and
Mhm.
help your
Mhm.
mom out.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
Golden child,
Yep.
golden child. I mean,
Yep.
tell me about it. So then we go on a date, okay? And Josh on this date, when he meets her mom, is the snake oil salesman of like
Mhm.
just I mean, he is like out of
Mhm.
fucking control. He's something about him also reads like cokehead, where he's just like, nah, you're the most beautiful thing. It's so nice to see the most beautiful. I'm just sitting here with the beautiful girls. Like, you're just like, oh, this is disingenuous. This is horrible. And Natalie, by the way, knows he's an asshole and is like, take my mommy's coat. Because, like, again, Natalie expects behavior that Josh will never provide. And
Mhm.
it's cultural. And it's the fact that Josh doesn't really like her enough to claim her in a very, very masculine dom alpha way to protect and provide for her. He doesn't have that vibe. And she will only equate someone to having like love for her if they have that vibe, but she wants something from him. So she's constantly trying to feel the thing of security from him that he'll never provide by trying to
Ever.
rope him into
Mhm.
paying for things or getting her things. And then she will use whatever like coquettish style, like playful pout she can to try and get him to, but he doesn't really care. He's just using her to be on TV. The mom knows, and like thinks it's weird. The mom going in for the airport where he doesn't even have to understand the language, honey, and all he sees is being like, I don't go to the airport, mom.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
thing about the luggage. This is a crazy moment because he could have said anything. Oh, I'm so sorry, different communication. I didn't know I was expected to be there. I thought you already had transportation. I thought that I could get, like, he didn't even offer an excuse. All he
No.
could look. He just, this disgusting man looks at this tiny woman with crazy hair and is like, I apologize. I
Yeah.
would do it again in a heartbeat, though. I mean, that's like the vibe is I would do everything possible in a heartbeat. I'm going to be here just for this scene.
Yeah.
He's disgusting, but she's crazy.
He's like, I'm not going to LAX for you. And Natalie has a car, so she came to get you. Why would I? What? No. Yeah, no, I'm gonna, no. She has the ability to like pick you guys. Like LAX is a hellscape. I wasn't gonna come to LAX to get you. She's capable. It's like crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I really think that he doesn't like her enough to do, and he might have given her a little extra money so that he didn't have to be the guarantor.
Mhm.
And I think that he would have provided that for sure. But like, yeah, 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 he's not going to do all the things that she wants him to do, which is why she seems so pathetic, Natalie, to me, because she is trying to put all her eggs in one basket. What we really need to see is Natalie start to online date while she's dating Josh. She needs to spread her eggs out.
You know what? That is the thing. If we could see, well, yeah, we've never seen a strong Natalie, right? We've only seen a delusional Natalie who wants to be an actress and she's gonna be not good enough and she's not gonna be talented enough to make money to be an actress, but she's a huge reality star. So instead of like at least having her be like, I'm a reality star, wink, wink. I'm going to try and at least have a strong image by building something. She could be trying to build a business. We could be watching Natalie hustle and then date on the side. She's never tried to do anything. But
Yeah.
like, by the way, like, besides the one time she went to one modeling casting thing, which was probably fake just to meet Josh, like, we've never even seen her go to an acting class or
Yeah.
like, she's bitch not going to be an actor. Come
Or
on.
try to get a job. I mean, she's been in the States long enough to where she could get a job, like serving or something. Like, where
Translating, just like Kathy teach English. I'm sorry, teach,
I mean,
she could be
Kathy tried to get her translating, and she was so upset at that, as though like
is beneath
making
her.
money is beneath her.
Right. She thinks Natalie has designs that she is like a diamond in the rough, to be plucked and then
Oh my
and then like
god.
at some point the world will be like, you are a star princess. We've just been
Mm.
denying your star princess qualities, but now we rub in our eyes, we've awoken to the fact that we're so sorry, but you are star princess. And then she becomes star princess of the world. Like there's a part of Natalie that really thinks that.
It's wild. The strongest thing she's ever done is walk away from Mike. So she has strength, but like it's to walk
She
away
only
from
did that because she thinks she's better. She did that because she thinks she's better than him.
That's
He's beneath
crazy.
her.
That is the wildest situation ever.
Ugh, so,
Okay,
yeah,
who do we have last?
Johnny
Um,
Candlesticks, Channel
Sparkles. We get
Sparkles.
to see the baby. The baby's asleep though, and the baby has that thing on their head that always makes me go, "Does that hurt?"
What?
Um,
Oh,
what?
what thing on their head?
That like piece of elastic with lace on it.
Oh,
Every time I see that piece of elastic with lace on it, I think, "Does that hurt?"
I don't
Um,
think I know what you're talking about. I don't think I remember seeing her, the baby with the piece of thing on. And it's like a little bonnet. She had a little hat on, right?
she had that like I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't a bonnet.
Oh,
It was like a headband, but it's like it's what it is a piece of elastic with lace on it. That's the
oh,
only way to describe it. With a little
it's a hair.
flower.
It's for hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a hair accessory.
Yes.
Yes, it's a
I
hair
always
accessory.
think, does that those things hurt?
They
Um,
gotta be soft. No, they're just soft. They like probably, they gotta be like
I know, but I always think that that's elastic. Anyways,
brand new baby.
so we
That
saw
baby is
Thais for the first time be civil to John. And we
she's
find
tired.
out that oh yeah, we find out that John is dating this woman for 6 months, and then they're like, "Oh, well, do you think it's gonna work?" And he's like, "Well, this is as long as I've ever dated somebody." And we find out a little bit about his history.
A little
They
bit,
said
yeah.
cocaine, just like loud and proud.
Honey, he said it like nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, no, he said it in a way that was like, because it's not really that bad, right? Like,
Yeah, a lot
it
of
was a lot of
cocaine, a
that
lot of
bad. Like
drinking, a lot of
weed, like he
partying.
said it like, yeah, he really that it was
Yeah.
an easy say, honey.
And
It's
he's
not that
just like,
hard.
yeah, a lot of sex, no dating, just sex. I'm a professed bachelor. And yeah, so it's time for me to figure out what else. And they asked him if he wanted to have kids, and he's like, no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, why do people ask that?
Because you know him, you see him. What? Why? Because he like literally doesn't can't live by himself. I mean, he's never lived by himself. He literally just goes from younger brother's couch to more successful younger brother's couch his whole life. You're talking about why he can't have kids.
But also,
I
like, kids are hard. So why ask people who don't
yes.
want to have kids why they don't want to have kids? Like the like emotional distress of being responsible for another life is hard. It's distressing and like stressful. So why would you ask somebody why they don't want that stress in their life?
Yeah.
Especially when they're young and like the opportunity to choke. The opportunity to choke is big, you know, just like stressful to watch somebody choke. So like it's just a stressful situation. Every time I
Now,
see Ladani, like I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
I think I'm sorry. I thought you were to like stressful to choke, like to fail. I thought I don't like to choke at
Oh
parenting
no,
is what I thought.
them babies putting things in their mouth, being like,
No, I don't want to see that. I
yeah,
know.
it's
I also don't
hard.
want to ever see a man hard wax the back of his neck ever again. Was that an option? Why not
I
just
mean,
fucking electrolysis or laser that at some fucking point? That seemed
I
horrible.
mean, you listen, you are
What?
at the forefront of the laser electrolysis
Me?
movement. Yeah. You did that like 15 years ago.
I
I'm
know. So now
still
the
getting waxed. I personally, Juan Melino, just got waxed today
the
because
back of your neck?
no, my armpits and um
What?
my see you next
Who?
Tuesday.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
like,
like
it's not is, we're on the
Johnny
forefront of that technology.
Johnny was a little bit of a saint to me when he was just like, I hope to say this. Johnny, I think that you're such a charming character, but I hope this isn't that thing where you were like the best neighbor, but then like now if you're giving your own sitcom, you're not as fun. Because I think that if I was to be honest, you don't read healthy. And you know that, right? Like your face doesn't read healthy, your bloat doesn't read healthy, your gut doesn't read healthy, the choices you're making doesn't read healthy. You can't just like keep sleeping on different brothers' couches, babe. Like you're gonna have to fucking find a direction. Like you're too old, you're like not young. And this girl, like he says he
Read.
found some girl that just slipped into his DMs, honey, and she looks like she takes bong hits allegedly morning, noon, and night. I mean, she looks like, and then she does eyeliner, and she has to keep doing her eyeliner until they become like uniform. And so at some point, they're just really, really long. You know, like
What's
that's the
wrong
life
with
that she's
taking
giving
bong hits?
and doing eyeliner. I listen, I'm not saying something I don't know viscerally, but viscerally.
Viscerally?
Viscerally.
Viscerally?
But at the same time, this is just the selfies. It's so funny because like her pictures are giving me like 10 years ago. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
they
is this
are.
what
No, you're right. You're
yeah, I
15, 15.
you know what it was? It was like that. I looked at this girl. I was like, this looks like pictures I took of myself 15 years ago.
Mhm.
And granted, I'm older than her. So, but
Mhm.
like, it looks even the aesthetic feels
Mhm.
old. Like I'm
She did
like,
a picture where she like is propping up her tits. Her tetas are propped up and
or
then like her tummy is sucked in and it's like still this way. So she's like doing and it's weird. They were weird photos. And then we find out she has a 4-year-old and then I'm out.
yeah,
I'm
bye.
out. I'm out because John is
Yeah,
not the right person for her. She's
not
making
at
poor
all.
choices, and now we're watching a person make poor choices on television with a guy who has a history of cocaine usage.
Who also decided after that to move to Vegas, which is a
Yeah,
whole ass thing other. Like another
yeah.
whole thing is like, I don't know, honey, if
The
you're fucking drunk
prostitutes,
and brought yeah, you're just like your
the
whole life is fucking
prostitutes.
different women and just like doing cocaine and drinking all the goddamn time. I wouldn't live in Vegas. Like that's not the
Mhm.
place, honey. I mean,
Yeah,
let's like
mm-mm.
also why is everyone moving to Vegas? It's just seen and like
It's
Michael's gonna
cheap.
move in with Thais and Patrick and all
It
them. It's
makes
like be one
you
sort
can
of like
buy
weird
houses. You
commune.
can afford a life.
Well, I know, I get that part.
Mhm.
So, but having said that, Johnny, I really want the best for you because I actually like your personality. And so I hope you're not like gonna like take what I'm saying as being bad, but mostly just like room for improvement. Like I want you to get your life together. You need to have direction and you need to like be on some sort of health kick because like what we're seeing is gross. And you're gonna get older, it's gonna be even harder for you. And also like
Why are you talking to him? Don't talk to him.
he follows us.
Yeah, but that's me. He listens to the fucking podcast.
Here's if you're gonna take the time to follow us on our Instagram at DocuSweeties, I will take the time to want to have your best interests in my heart.
Okay.
And I'll pray for you.
Oh, on your knees at night?
No, I don't get on my knees.
Oh, okay. Um, so that's the end of our podcast, you guys. If you would like to
Forever.
see the
Forever. That's
Yeah,
she's
that's
done.
the end. So if you would like
Um,
to see the visuals of what you're listening to, you can join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties for $10 a month. If you would like to support your girls, you can join us on patreon.com for $10 a month. We pay an editor to help us out. We don't take anything for ourselves. We also pay somebody to do some social media posts for us. I mean, amazing editing. So if you're like, dang, their social media like videos have
not
just
them. It's
taken
not
up a
us.
step. It's not us, girl. We are paying lovely Caitlin to do it for us, and we're also paying the amazing Christina to edit our stuff. So that's what we use that money for. So if you would like to support us in getting that done, please do so. Chris and I don't take anything for ourselves. So yeah, but if you can't support us in that way, you can support us by following us on our social medias, and Chris will tell you how you can do that. Chris?
Yes, join Johnny, join Debbie in following us on our social medias. I'm not lying. That's not allegedly. Unless they unfollow us and it will look bad. But anyway, look, it's okay, I'm lying. But I'm not right now in this moment. So at DocuSweeties on Instagram, at DocuSweeties on TikTok, at DocuSweeties1 on X, we have a Facebook group called the podcast. Sorry, what's it called? The DocuSweeties Podcast Facebook group. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say every fucking time. Other than that, if you haven't yet, give us 5 stars and leave us a helpful review. We thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later. So bye.